Season's greetings, viewers. Night here, welcoming you to my Christmas commentary. I got everything I need. Christmassy avatar, Christmassy background, a tiny reindeer to put inside the background.
But I'm the only deer you could get.
Well, a reindeer. The video I have today is from a theory channel called The Fangirl. Unlike a lot of theory channels with MatPat as the iconic figure, I actually enjoy videos from The Fangirl, especially her Coraline theory videos. In October she put out a theory video called Who Was Jack Skellington in Life? I didn't remember seeing many videos dedicated to that subject, so I figured I would check it out. Plus now you know the other reason why I'm using Funtime Foxy as an avatar. Now she brings up the characters like Behemoth, Lock, Shock and Barrel, and the Mayor before she gets around to talking about Jack. While I can't pose an argument against her theory about the lumbering axeman, and her theory about the deadly trick-or-treater seems interesting, I would like to respond to this bit about the Mayor.
A corrupt, two-faced politician may have broken his neck in real life.
Corrupt politician. No! The Mayor is portrayed as having good intentions but lacks self-esteem, often turning to Jack for every little thing he deems important, i.e. making the next Halloween spookier than the last. There's even a scene in the Nightmare Before Christmas movie where the Mayor mourns over Jack's supposed death. Really, if anything, the Mayor could be a dark joke about bipolar personality disorder, due to his phases and mood changing from cheerful to depressed.
Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way.
Jack Skellington was so humanoid in his figure that he's a little harder to figure out. Lucky for us, I'm crazy and can spin anything! So the first detail I'd like to point out is that Jack doesn't have a lot of defining items that he carries around. He's got the fantastic pinstripe suit, but that doesn't tell us much, other than he may have been a high society type in the 1800s. If we look in Jack's house though, he has a very interesting chair. It's actually an electric chair, which is a macabre thing to own.
Keep that bit about the electric chair in mind for later. For now though, the film makes it pretty clear that the notions of morality and normalcy are vastly different between Halloween Town and the real world. For one, a trio of vampires think the innocent cry of mama from a baby doll is unnatural. And at the town meeting where Jack tries to tell the citizens about Christmas, several of the citizens make horrible guesses about what might be in a stocking and a beautifully wrapped gift box. It isn't hard to imagine that Jack or any other citizen of Halloween Town would have an electric chair and consider it a normal piece of furniture.
Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way.
Now, electric chairs first appeared in the 1890s, which fits the time frame of Jack's attire. But what could he have done that was so awful in life that he was sent to live with all of these nightmare creatures? The movie doesn't play him up as a mean guy, but Jack certainly has a short temper, and we watch him murder Oogie Boogie. That's not to say Oogie was a character worth redeeming, but usually the hero has to take the high road, and Jack is certainly no hero or even an anti-hero. This dude stole Christmas just because he liked it, traumatized and potentially killed a lot of people with his gifts, and almost got Santa Claus murdered. Truly, Jack is a mild-mannered villain that only saves Santa and Sally because he's angry at Oogie Boogie's defiance.
Fortunately, there are sources out there to tell us why Jack and Oogie have such a negative relationship, and I'll be linking those sources below. Oogie originally came to Halloween Town to try and take it for himself, as well as create his own holiday, Bug Day. Yeah. After seeing how violent and tyrannical he was, Jack fought Oogie for the right of leadership, and banished Oogie out of town as punishment. Halloween Town isn't so much a limbo where wicked souls are condemned to after death, but more so where everything that is spooky resides. The citizens are scary, yes, but I'd hesitate to say they're intentionally malicious. Oogie, however, does show pure malicious intent. Aside from being a gambler who takes the lives of those who lose to him, Oogie said he had intentions of eating Santa in the original Oogie Boogie song. Considering that, and what I said at the start of this interjection, it actually makes a dark kind of sense that Jack would have no qualms about splitting him open and spitting out all of his bugs. As for Jack not being an anti-hero, he kind of does fit into that category. Or at the very least a villain protagonist who redeems himself. I mean, he told Lock, Shock and Barrel simply to keep Santa captive until after he'd had his fun, and not to harm him in any way.
Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way.
And And the more I thought about how Jack behaved, the more the name Jack stood out to me. Out of all the names in the universe, why pick that one for this character? The demeanor, the suit, the electric chair, the top dog title in a town full of dangerous monsters, and he's known throughout England and France. Holy guacamole, Jack Skellington used to be Jack the Ripper. While the identity of Jack the Ripper has never been proven, and so his exact actions can never be known, Jack the Ripper was obviously in England for multiple murders in 1888, and some historians suspect that he took off to Paris in 1889 to evade the police, England and France. So there you have it. Jack Skellington is not a sweet, tortured soul that's trying to make sense of his repetitive life. He's a tyrant mass murderer who was eventually caught for a subsequent crime, fried up in an electric chair, and awoke from his grave to take over Halloween Town as the #1 monster in that world.
No, no, and no. Jack Skellington was not Jack the Ripper. He's simply meant to be a representation of everything that is Halloween. Jack has the best of intentions for the citizens of Halloween Town, but was so charmed by the magic of Christmas Land after being bored for a year after a year of nothing but Halloween, that he felt he had to experience Christmas for himself, and share with as many people as he possibly could. Jack just went about it all the wrong way and allowed his obsession to cloud his better judgment. It was only after he realized how foolish he had been that Jack had to correct whatever damage he'd caused. He even says at the end of Poor Jack, "I hope there's still time to set things right." Someone who had lived a life of regularly taking innocent lives without qualm would not say this. And if Jack really was a cold-blooded murderer, why did he save Santa and Sally rather than let them get eaten? Also, I've never heard or read anything about Jack the Ripper being captured or sentenced to the electric chair, so that whole connection kind of falls apart. So final thoughts. This has to be the first video from the Fangirl I ever disagreed with. It honestly feels more like a headcanon than a theory. Now Fangirl does say she could be wrong, so no harm no foul I guess. Fangirl, if you're watching this, I'm not picking on you, I'm just trying to add to the discussion. I do enjoy your videos and look forward to seeing what you'll put out next, but maybe try and look a bit more into the subject of your next theory video. So anyway guys, this will probably be my last commentary for the year. My girlfriend is coming to visit me for Christmas, and I wanted to put out one last video before she arrived. This is Night High saying thanks for listening, and have a wonderful holiday.